Hi viewers, here's Arshni. Welcome to Shine to Cream. And here I came with a new and interesting topic of biography of a person. And he is not a he's a legend. But if I talk about a legend, what comes in your mind? That I'm going to talk about I'm going to make a biography of a legend. First of all, what comes in your mind? You would be an actor, you would be a politician, or you would be a freedom fighter. So it could be, or it can be. Okay, the only answer is this. But he is none. He is a Rajaraja Chola, and who is he? He is Emperor of Chola dynasty. So Chola dynasty is a dynasty, and it was a dynasty in the southern region. Okay, in this video, we are going to talk about the biography of him, and this video will consist of these following things, and I'm going to talk about all the things in brief. And these things would be I have researched about it, and here we are going to talk about his family members, how he became an emperor. Because from brawn and water we cannot be an emperor. I'm going to start from a base, and he is military conquest, culture, Brindeshwar temple that he built to credit of God, and we are also going to see who is that. Mystery, death, and lingam. In every famous person, there will be a mystery in between of that, or in the starting, or in the end. But his death is only the mystery. And we are going to see a lingam also, and the Sri Lanka revenge, and natural death or by the lead. I will explain you everything, so don't be worried. In the video, we are going to cover all the points. So without any delay, let's move in the video. This is Harshit. Welcome to Shine. So now we came to the first topic that we are going to cover about the family members of it. So first, we have to know about him. Then only we will move to his family members. So first of all, his name literally means, and his name, this is another name of him. But his original name was Arul Molivarman, which means blessed tongue. Okay, and the Rajaraja means king of kings. And he born on 947 CE in Ipasi month. Like we are having January, February in English, they are just the name of an English person or British person. But in this, he born on Ipasi month. In Tamil, Ipasi is a month which is between October 15 to November 15. So he born on between them, and we got a idea, or we got a idea when he born, between date we got. And like his time period was between 947 CE to 1015 or 14 CE. We are not pretty sure. And his real name was Arulmoli Varman, which means blessed tongue. Arul means blessing, and Moli means language. Arulmoli Varman. Next, he was also known as Sivapala Sekara, which means king of kings who has Lord Shiva's feet as his crown. Here, why they have mentioned as Shiva, I will tell you, because there are many gods, Vishnu, Shiva, but at that time there were only two religions. I'm going to talk about both religions in brief also. Okay. His predecessor was Uttara Chola, and his successor was his son Rajendra Chola. Okay, so let's come to about his family. His wife name was Vanati, and she was the princess of Kundaballur. And these names are in Tamil Nadu. And he was a powerful emperor of southern region and of Indian Ocean too. Okay, yes. So his father name was Sundara Chola. His mother name was Manva Mahadevi. Elder brother name was Aditya, and elder sister name was Kundavai. Okay. And he was born on Tirukoilur, and in that is a place in Tamil Nadu itself. So at that time there were only three dynasties. There were only three dynasties in the southern region, like we are having in the north. If you know about it, Rashtrakutas, Chalukyas, and like these type of another names. And at the south we are having three dynasties: Chola dynasty, Pandya dynasty, and Chera dynasty. So Chola dynasty are none, which was ruled by Rajaraja Chola, and Pandya dynasty were ruled by Madurai Pandyas, and that lies in the Madurai, and Chola lies in Chennai. Current location Chennai, Tanjavur. That is a city, or you can village. You can tell that is in district. That is in Tamil Nadu. and Tirukkolur, and Pandyas in Madurai, and Chera of Kerala, as the name suggested. Okay, so this was about Rajaraja Chola and about the southern region dynasty. Now let's move to his like the second point was, as I told you, how he became an emperor. So we have covered first part. Let's go to the next. So the second point is how he became an emperor. So from bottom bottom, no one became an emperor. So what happens when Rajaraja like according to the hereditary, his elder son was Aditya should be take throne. So he should be an emperor, next emperor. But due to some reason, he died, and for that reason, Rajaraja Chola became a next emperor. But Rajaraja Chola had made an election processes. What is an election process like we are having in this present current environment? Voting system, voting booth. We used to vote our prime minister, to elect our prime minister, elect a representative. Likewise, the people of his empire has elected him as a emperor. That he is able to manage them. He is able to control over them. So they, as according to them, they believed him. To make a believe on people, Rajaraja Chola has organized or prepared a election process. Okay. So Rajaraja Chola's personal assistant was his sister Kundavai, and as I told you, his sister was Kundavai, and she was a personal assistant of his. She was a great administrator. So she was also a military starter. Okay. So she was excellent administrator. She was excellent military starter. And when Rajaraja Chola would go for a war, and he used to take an advice of Kundavai. So at the time, as we know, likewise in this present situation, if we stand up in a position like doctor, or to I'm proud to be a doctor, I'm proud to be an engineer, I'm proud to be an mechanic or these type of things, or soldier. Likewise, at that time, a king was proud when he has covered almost landforms, as a lot of landform or a lot of proud. So that same thing Rajaraja Chola did, and what he have did, he built a strong navy because his army was the first army that was well maintained, well organized. Because at that time, a weaver used to come and a weaver or a statue maker or a sculpturer, they used to come and fight for one without any training. But what he did, he has given training to all of them, and he has like this is a profession, military is a profession, like that way. And he was very strong in his military reforms. Like him, there was no other military till now in Tamil Nadu. Okay. So after 8 years, when his military has become strong, after 8 years he went to attack Sri Lanka, and after 8 years we are going to see him what revenge he got, as I told you, and that revenge wouldn't be false or true. Like it could be a real story or not, due to your imagination. It matters. And before 8 years, before attacking Sri Lanka, he conquers Pandyas of Madurai, Cheras of Cheras of Kerala. His military extension was of Chola dynasty was Pandya dynasty, Chera dynasty, northern Sri Lanka, Lakshadweep and Maldives Islands, southern Karnataka battled eastern coast with Chalukyas of Vengai, the Godavari district. Okay. So yes, I have written, and he took his throne between June to July 1985 CE. Now we have covered second and third point, military conquest also I have told you guys. Now let's come to his culture. So if I talk about his culture, there at that time there were two main religions. Like we are in present situation, we are having Muslims, Christians, Hindus, six, these type of many religions. At that time, there were only two types of religions. What were they? Shivism and Vaishnavism. Shivism were the people who preached Lord Shiva, and Vaishnavism were the people who preached Lord Vishnu. Okay, so Rajaraja Chola was used to preach Shivism, and he was a Shivism. Like, I am a Hindu, he's a Christian, he's a Muslim. Like, he was he preached Shivism, and where he used to conquer, the empire that he used to capture, he used to build a Shiva temple. He used to build a temple, for credit goes to God Shiva. And likewise, he also built Brideshwar temple in Tanjavur, which was the capital of his empire, of Chola dynasty. And he built Brideshwar temple in that, and in Tanjavur it is. And at the same time, he attacked the northern region, attacked like this Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas, he attacked them. So the information that is written in the Shiva book, that is related, that was gathered, the information was gathered by Rajaraja Chola. Okay, so when his army used to march, now we are going to talk about his army. So when his army used to march, so the place used to vibrate. As you can see, the place used to vibrate. As you can see, there is a wall picture, and that was Rajaraja Chola and another king. It could be anyone. They are fighting each other. So when like, if I tell you the strength of the army, it would be, it is 10 lakhs, which is 1 million, and you cannot believe that much of soldiers were sacrificed. Obviously, they used to sacrifice their life in war. Some people, they are sacrificed at that time only. And as I told you, that was a strong navy, and when they used to march, the area used to vibrate, and the people of that region empire used to think that it is a earthquake. Okay. So in Tanjai, Rajaraja Chola was a project of building temple of obviously Lord Shiva. So at that time, if you see in everything, here is Tanjai. This is the Tanjai, and in Tanjai, in Brideshwar temple, if you see, guys, so there would be a sculpture which denotes a scene. Here is a scene of Lord Shiva in a Shiva's pose, and here is a elephant, and here you can see Lord Shiva's pose, and he, from his point of view, history must be there. Without history, our upcoming generation will not know what we have achieved, what are our achievements. If I tell you about other empires in other kings, about them, they have just a story, and we are not doesn't know that whether that story is true or not. But about him, he has written each and every achievement, information that he have gathered, not gathered even, that he have done in life. He has written in a book, and they are about his life story. There is a movie also. There was a very old movie in Tamil that was acted by Shivaji Ganeshan, and he's not now. He's no more longer now. And about his, there is also a book, Ponniyin Selvan in Tamil also. Okay. So here when is sculpture, and at early time, I'm not talking about only Tamil rulers, in at northern, any Indian kings doesn't only have the story about them, but that story is true or not, we are not confirmed till now. And yes, so in the walls of, you can see over here, in the walls of the Brideshwar temple, the name of the each and every builder was written, who have constructed the temple, who have designed, who have even written these inscriptions was written in the walls of Brideshwar temple. So as you can see, this is like a tomb of the Brideshwar temple. We can't name it as tomb, but like it is known as Gopuram in Tamil. And here you can see the inscription that is written. Each and every person's name is written. Okay. So worker's name is written in the inscription of the temple, including the person who writes that inscription. Okay. When he was standing at the eighth floor, so this is not a picture. We are not having that right now. So when he was standing at the eighth floor, a lady has pushed him, and he fell off, and that is a version. And another version is that due to the natural death, like heart attack or any deadly disease, you can die. So this is Rajendra Chola, his son, and Rajendra Chola, after the death of Rajaraja Chola, Rajendra Chola closed the Brideshwar temple that I showed you, and he closed the Brideshwar temple, and like the Brideshwar temple, he has built another temple in Gangikonda Cholapuram, a capital which is near Tanjavur. And we can't tell that is a Tanjavur, but it is near Tanjavur. And he has built the same temple, or we can say like that design temple in that is empire, in the capital. So no people go to the closed Brideshwar temple, as they believe that there is a powerful king Atma or soul is there, and he is very courageous, as I told you, and he is brilliant commander. Is there? So everyone used to fear, like obviously fear comes now. So yeah, now come we are going to talk about the lady who pushed him, and she was. So as you can identify which country it is Sri Lanka. And as I told you, Rajaraja Chola has Rajaraja Chola has almost covered. Awfully not complete. He has not completely conquered Sri Lanka. He has awfully conquered Sri Lanka, and the if it could be northern part, so the southern part of Sri Lanka's king's princess or king's daughter has became his personality and gathered more information about him. Became like and she became a personal assistant, and when the time came she pushed him. So that's a story, but we are not confirmed it was because of the because of this lady he died, or because of natural death. We are not confirmed till now, and if you know it, so do it comment section. So this lingam was halfly buried. So if I tell you what is a lingam, so lingam is nothing. So like yeah. So Lingam is credit to Lord Shiva. Actually, as I told you, Rajaraja Chola used to preach Lord Shiva and give off Shivism, and for him, if his son has thought so, he could build a temple for him, a separate temple for Rajaraja Chola, but he didn't know. Until now, we are not confirmed why it is. And for him, he built for him not temple, and there is a lingam. Lingam means for Lord Shiva. It is halfly buried lingam, and there is a video also. I will send you in the description box to watch it, or the picture. And that is this lingam. So this is the lingam, and it was roughly buried, and people used to believe that that is the lingam of the great Rajaraja Chola. Okay, so next is the last topic that we are going to cover is nothing. Rajaraja Chola would be died by the lady, or by the natural death. It could be, because we are not confirmed, as I told you again. But how you can prove, if I tell you how you can tell, or imagination only, how you can tell that how a lady could push him. Because after the death of Rajaraja Chola, few days after, Rajendra Chola, his son, has went to Sri Lanka and completely conquered Sri Lanka. So that could be a reason, because of the angry he has conquered it. It can be. So here we have also covered all the mysteries, or all these things that Rajaraja Chola, and he was, yeah. And if I tell you about him, at that time, people, as I'm telling it again, at that time, if we want to place a war, so a weaver used to come, a tailor, um, sculptors. Sculptor means who used to make a sculpture, used to build sculpture or a statue. He used to come and fight in war, but they didn't get enough training. They didn't get a maintenance also. But Rajaraja Chola had given a brilliant training to them, like that much training and maintenance to them, and his place and maintenance trained them. But Rajaraja Chola built it up train after train and maintained them properly, and this training system was forwarded by Rajendra Chola, and like this of hereditary. And now we came to know how brave he is. Yeah, how brave he is, and he has almost covered all the parts of India. If I tell you, the southern parts of he completely covered. Maldives, Lakshadweep, which is an island and a bit far from India. So I tell you guys, show you the map that he has conquered. Yeah, this one. So this one. So this is actually the time of Rajendra Chola, but these are the areas that Rajaraja Chola covered. Kanchipuram, Tanjavur, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, Nagapatnam, Vangi, as I told you, Vangi the Godavari district, Kalinga or Odisha also is covered, Vangadesam, here this part, and these areas he has covered. So as you can clearly see that how brave he was, and yeah, how brave he was and how he conquered almost the southern region. So this was all about Rajaraja Cholan, and we have almost covered all the points. And hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. And we have all we have known a great Chola emperor in this video.